Welcome back to Ordinary Guy DIY. We're going to answer a question today on whether or not you should cover your outside AC unit. And I think the answer is yes and no, depending on your situation. So we last year had a new AC installed. And in my situation, the answer is yes for me. We've got a neighbor's got a big tree we get a lot of debris, leaves, acorns. You can see there's some debris down in there. I'm actually going to take the fan off and I'm going to clean that out real good inside. And then I'm actually going to put one of those screen covers on. We already had a snow and it's melted, and but we've had a warm spell, so I'm going to take this opportunity to get it cleaned out, cover it with a screen, and then I am going to cover it with a cover. But I will say, if you are going to cover your AC, you need to either use a cover that does not go all the way to the ground, or you need to tie it up. You need to have airflow. It either needs to be vented, or don't take it all the way to the ground. Now, in my case, I have a cover that's it is vented, and I make sure I keep it about 12 inches off the ground before I cinch the bottom. That way it can breathe. Now, if you live in an environment where you're using your AC, 8 to 10 months out of the year, or you don't have a lot of debris that would fall into it, then you may not need to cover yours. We live in the West Central Illinois, so we get winters. We have snow and 4 seasons, so we only run our AC from about May to usually sometimes October. We're only running ours for 5 months out of the year, so but that's enough time that I think it's worth covering in the off season. I mean, they are designed to be outside. If you talk to most AC guys, a lot of HVAC guys will tell you don't cover it because it's designed to be outside. But, my thought process is, if you can cover it and keep debris out of it, then why not? As long as you don't create a situation where you have, excess condensation because it doesn't have a chance to breathe. I'm going to get started on pulling the fan. These are just 5/16 bolts, and I'm going to run them out with a little impact and get that cleaned out, and then I'll show you the screen, the one I chose. All right, so now on some of your ACs, some of them have the slots all the way around the corner, so it wouldn't matter. You could put your cover on, your screen on, however you want. But in my case, since the corners are solid, I'm going to have to turn this and kind of overlap it in the center. But as long as your top's covered, that's all you need, and that's still going to allow plenty of airflow. And if you don't, if you already have a little bit of debris in there and you go to get a screen, a little debris in there is not going to be the end of the world, because your airflow, it pulls in from the sides, and then the fan kicks the air out the top, so you don't have to worry about anything sticking to the inside of your evaporator coil. You just want to make sure you keep it clean on the outside. one thing you might be mindful of, if your screen has metal hooks like mine does, you could take a little electrical tape or even some heat shrink tube for like electrical wires, and you could heat that up and basically quiet down there so there's no rattle. I don't know when this is running if it's going to have any vibration from that hook, but it's possible that it might. I didn't go crazy tight with this because over time that elastic will probably wear out, so I'm not going to go any tighter than I have to for now. I can always pull it tighter if I need to later. So there's the lines vented on both sides. On 2 of the 4 sides it's vented, so your strap may be different, but my strap has basically just a buckle, just a quick release buckle, and then it's got an elastic pull cord that I can tighten it with. I'll pull this up a little bit so that I have a little more airflow at the bottom, because right now there's only a couple inches exposed on the grates. There's actually the name of my cover. It's Alt cover. I actually got it on Amazon. I actually have there's actually a drawstring in the opposite corner from the buckle. That, you basically just get that where you want it, and you can you just pull it tight, and there's a little locking button that you slide over to lock it. Pretty basic. So it's just a matter of getting it set where you want so you have adequate airflow, tighten her up, and we'll be done. And that's all there is to it. Throw the cover on, and it takes you a minute. So I think it's money well spent if you're in a position where you need it. I choose to put one on. I just think you spend a lot of money on an AC unit, you want it to look good. I mean, it doesn't have to look good to function, but why not look good and function? One thing I forgot to mention, if you do choose to cover your AC, make sure you don't forget to uncover it before you turn it on in the spring or the next time you use it. In fact, it wouldn't hurt to leave a note, maybe something by the thermostat, or you could even go turn the breaker off so that you can't accidentally turn that on, because it probably wouldn't take long to burn that up if you don't uncover it. So with that, I think that covers this one. I appreciate you watching. If you like what you've seen, consider liking and subscribing, and we'll keep bringing you more content as it comes up. Have a great day.